Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to be creating patterns with our paint. And I know we talked about patterns last week, so this week we're going to actually be creating two. You will need two papers. Let me stop that. There we go. You'll need two pieces of paper, so go ahead and put your name and class code on the back of both of them. Okay, your class code goes right below. And then my name on this one. And remember, you're going to circle your class code. So whatever class you're in, put a circle around it, okay? You should have your class code in there, okay? Then set one of those aside. And I'm going to flip this one over. And we're going to be creating a pattern, and I thought you might want to try using a white crayon for this. So we're going to be painting with one of these three colors. You get to decide for your pattern, and a white crayon, okay? So my first pattern, I've decided I'm going to just draw hearts. I'm just going to keep repeating. So remember, a pattern repeats. So you can't see my hearts, can you? But I am putting rows and rows of little white hearts, okay? And then when I paint over these, you'll see them appear in my pattern. So this is kind of like a mystery pattern that we're making here. No one will really know until you reveal it with your paint, okay? Now, you're using one color of paint, so pick that color, wake it up. I'm going to use the blue. Actually, there's two blues. I really don't need to wake them both up, did I? I'm also going to create a pattern that goes across, okay? So I'm going to do diagonal lines, and some of my white crayon's going to show up and some of it isn't, okay? So I'm going to just paint across here with my pattern. I want it to be two different kinds of patterns. I have one pattern that is my hearts, and one is going to be stripes, right? So I'm practicing two different patterns. Now you do not do stripes. You can do whatever pattern you want. If your paint starts to run out, you probably need more water in there. Can you see my pattern appearing? Yeah. Okay. So I've got two patterns here. Could I do another one? Could I do like a skinny line in between my fat lines? Yeah, I could do a skinny line right in there. But remember, your pattern is only going to have white plus one color. So should I dip into the red and start putting red on here? Nope. We're going to save that for my other one. Now I could do yellow. The thing about yellow though is it's pretty pale. And so you're not going to see your white crayon as much with the yellow. I'm just going to warn you on that one. So if you pick yellow, it's not that you can't do yellow. I'm just going to tell you that the yellow is not going to show as much. Okay. All right. So I'm just noticing that some of my lines, I'm just going over them a little bit because they're kind of light. All right. I'm ready to put this one on the drying rack and begin my next pattern. Okay. So this one goes to the drying rack and I get my next paper out, make sure my name's on the back. Hopefully you already did that. Flip it over, and it's okay if it gets a little bit of blue on the back, it's not going to hurt anything. All right, now I'm back to my white crayon. Now this time I think I'm going to do a dot inside a dot. So I'm going to do a circle and then I'm going to circle around it. And boy, is this hard to see. So I might even be surprised myself if I accidentally overlap one. But you just go ahead and do it however you think it looks right. Could I, if I wanted to, could I do like a circle with a dot and then a heart and then a circle with a dot and a heart? Could I alternate those? Yeah, because that's still a pattern, isn't it? It repeats. So now my pattern is actually heart and then dot with a circle around it. Heart and then dot with a circle around it. And if you can't quite see what you're doing, if you every once in a while stop and sort of tip your paper, can you guys see? See if I can get it to show up on here. Sometimes you can see it. No, you really can't. Oh, there, it kind of shows. The light isn't so good in here for you guys, but you'll see it when I actually get done. All right, now I'm going to go back to heart, heart, heart. Oh, I got a little bit of blue paint on it. I'm not going to worry about that though. It's okay. Now, what if you don't know how to draw a heart? Can you just do stars? Yeah, I'm going to do stars, all stars. Is stars in a row a pattern? Yeah, I'm just repeating star, 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 and star. And then I'm going to go back to my heart and then dot with a circle, heart, dot with a circle. All right. I am so close to being ready to paint. Don't forget to go all the way to the edges with your design, with your repeated pattern, okay? Because it will be more interesting when you're done. Okay, I'm ready to do the red now. I'm going to move this. Probably your paint palette, your your paint should be actually sitting on the edge of your messy mat so we don't get it on the table, okay? Now, I did diagonal lines last time. I think I'm going to do wavy lines this time because I haven't tried wavy. So wavy lines, I'm going to start here and I'm going to wave up and down and up and down and up and down. And I want it to be a really thick line, so I'm laying my brush down like this. See how I'm laying my brush down so a lot of it touches. If I wanted it to be a thin line, I would just do this. I would just touch just the tippity tip. But it doesn't reveal very much of my pattern, does it? So I kind of like the thicker line. I'm going to do another thick one. I'm going to lay it on its side, and I'm going to go up and down and up and down and up and down. And that's a little bit, I'm going to have to go back because it's not quite as smooth as I want it to be. There. And then I think I'm going to keep alternating. So am I doing a pattern right now with thick and thin, thick and thin? Yeah. All right, I'm almost done. I'm going to do another thick one and reveal some of my stars. Yep, and then another thin one for the very bottom. I might do a little bit of a thin line right there. This would be thick down here, wouldn't it? I'm just going to make it look like it kind of... Okay, when you're all done, put your patterns on the drying rack, and you can do the free draw paper or a coloring page or read a book if you have time.